Hi everybody, Miss D here. I hope you are all being safe and enjoying the outdoors safely. I also hope you're doing some of your own artwork, maybe drawing, painting, whatever kinds of things that you enjoy. So today we're going to draw with colored pencils and we're going to create an ice cream cone on a piece of paper. So colored pencils are very much like regular pencils, of course. The only difference is colored pencils come in colors. But remember the vocabulary that we did from last time is going to be used again. So you'll probably hear some of the same words that we've talked about, like tinting, shading, crosshatch, and the circular kind of shading or tinting that we would do. The other one is called burnishing, and that's when you want to lay a color down really thick and it covers almost the entire space of your paper. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that in just a few minutes here. So let's join us over and we're going to create a masterpiece together called the ice cream cone. Here's my giant ice cream cone with colored pencils. And the colored pencils that I used are right here. Red, black, blue, yellow, brown, green, and orange. And we're going to go ahead and create our own masterpiece, but I just wanted to show you up close how it's got different lines going different directions. Those are a big crosshatch, and we've got the circular lines here, and then we've got the smaller crosshatch here, which are basically just like checkerboards or diagonal lines going back and forth. All right, so there we go. There's the ice cream cone, and I'm going to move that over here, and I'm going to pick up my trusty pencil, and we're going to start. Nice piece of blank paper. My first part that I like to do is the ice cream cone itself. So I just draw a line going down and one going back up, and that's it. There's your ice cream cone. Now for the bottom scoop, I'm going to make a circle part, and then it has wavy lines like the dripping part when it melts. I'm going to make one long dripping part there, and I'm going to bring it up here, but I'm not going to attach it yet because I want to make another scoop on top. So here's my second scoop, and the second scoop is starting to melt into the lower one, isn't it? So then we're going to make that one and put that one on top. And if you wanted to, you could even add another one on top of that. So we're going to make this one into 3 scoops. And then I'm going to put a cherry over here on the side, cherry with a stem. And then here's our straw that comes out to the side. And it's got a little opening there. And see how I made that part like a circle. So it looks like a straw, doesn't it? Because I didn't make it straight across here. And then the other lines going down this way are curved. And that way it looks like a straw. There you go. Now you have an ice cream cone. So what I'm going to use next is orange. And I'm going to start with the cone here, like making a waffle cone. And it's kind of like a giant checkerboard. So you just make your lines across one way and then across the other way. And you can see how I'm leaving lots of white in there, which is really cool because that way when we blend it, we'll have enough space inside there so that we can actually add another color. Now I'm going to do the cherry. So I'm going to press kind of hard on one side and so that it's a little bit darker, and then I'm going to go really light on the other side. And what that does is that's the way that we blend with a colored pencil. Because remember, if I go like this, it's not going to smudge like we do with regular pencils. So there's a different way of blending with colored pencils than there are with regular pencils, and colored pencils blend differently, don't they? So there's our cherry, and then I'm going to add some red stripes over here on the straw. And so look at that already. We've got that much done on it. I'm going to choose a dark blue, and I'm going to start just coloring in the, let's say the layer, the ice cream cone on the bottom. And I'm going to make kind of a funny, like just going over it with drips inside. But again, I'm still leaving the white. Why am I leaving all that white there? Good question. Because when I leave the space in between, I don't color in my entire shape or my entire area. Then when I want to use another color over the top of it, I can actually go in between there and it starts to blend together. So you can color in the lines, you can color in between. You can do a circular motion like this. And this is also the same way that we blended with our regular pencils too. So if you want to just keep going with that color, you can. I think I'm going to actually go back to, I'm going to add a little bit of red in here. So I'm going to add a little bit of red. little bit of green, and just kind of do a little bit like that. And I'm actually going to put a little brown because I like chocolate ice cream. So we're going to add a little bit of brown over here. So I'm just saying that you can use any colors that you like. Any colors that you have that you like, you can just add them. But again, remember that you want to always leave some white space in there. So I'm going to go back over here, and burnishing is what I'm doing with this. Burnishing is when you press really hard. I'm trying to show you how I'm like pressing really hard on there, and you're going to see that I won't be able to add another color to that if I wanted to. So if I put green on there, you can't see it. But if I put green where the white space is, there you go. Look at that. It's kind of like magic. That's the fun of art. It's almost like magic. So I'm going to take my brown and I'm going to do the edges here. So I'm going to make them like heavier and darker. And of course, the harder that we press on the pencil, and even if I go up here, it actually gives it more of a shading, and it makes it pop more, doesn't it? So I'm doing that. You can shade it any way you like. You can do circles down here. You can do the cross hatch that we did before, kind of like a checkerboard. You can do both, like I'm doing here. You can do cross hatch and checkerboard. You can do circles, and then I'm going to leave this part white, and that's because my light's coming from over this direction. So this side is a little bit darker. So up here now, let's see. I think maybe, how about green? Let's make this a little green part up here. I don't know why. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. So I'm going to press really hard up here too. Just go back and forth, but then I'm going to go light on that side. And the same thing here. So another way is to do a smaller crosshatch. That's when you draw your lines together, close together. Uh-oh, there went my pencil. Okay, we're going to have to use another color. I'm going to use yellow. So I'm going to put yellow in between there. And actually, I'm kind of glad that broke, because look how pretty that is. Now we've got a yellow and green mix. And again, the paper underneath is white, so that really shows how we can blend this. I'm going to even put it up there, and I'm going to just add some colors down here too. So I'm going to finish this one in yellow, and then I'm going to go from the other side. I'm going to go back and forth. And like I said, you can use any colors that you like. And if your pencil breaks, I hope you'll be able to go ahead and sharpen it faster than I am. I don't want to do that right now, because I just want to keep going and show you the different techniques that we're going to do. So I'm taking my black pencil now, and since I want it to be darker, I'm going to do the outline a little bit heavier. So I'm going to do outline of the cherry, and then outline of the ice cream cone, and maybe I'll just outline one side a little bit. So then we come down here, and I'm going to bring this back up, and you can see how the ice cream cone is really starting to look like an ice cream cone, doesn't it? All right, so if you wanted to add a little background, you can do that. You don't have to. And you can keep going at it as much as you want. I'm going to sign it. Remember, always sign your masterpiece, right? So there we go. There is the ice cream cone masterpiece. Hope you enjoyed that. And you can keep on coloring it. You can add more scoops if you want. You can make it dripping more. I mean, if you wanted to, you could just kind of do this. You could add more drips to it, or you could add drips out here. You could even put a little funny face in there if you wanted to. It's all about creativity, isn't it? All right, hope you had fun with that. I will see you next time. Miss D here again. I hope you all enjoyed drawing that wonderful creative ice cream cone with colored pencils as much as I did. And remember to create, draw, paint, do something fun and creative throughout your day. Yes, I use the word create a lot because it's all about creating a wonderful, enjoyable masterpiece that is something that only you did. So that makes it a masterpiece, doesn't it? It does. Because the other thing that I always say is you can change the world with art. It is true. So I will see you next time. Have fun, be safe, create, and think outside the box. Bye. Misty signing off.